Corey, I don't have one of these. It should just be across.
Well, that was
That, which she just printed that thing. I don't know. Don just wrote a check.
What do you mean? Good.
moving the recovery still?
No, I'm Rory.
This is gone. It should be the same.
This one.
This is,
That should be. That should
maybe this
be.
and that is not. That's not. This was just one. Because we did.
Yeah. That's basic.
Oh, absolutely. Trustee Nichols.
Hey, Jeff, how you doing? All right, all rise. Let's stand for the pledge of allegiance. Please take your hats off. Set your phones. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, let's call this meeting to order. Can I get a roll call, please?
Kushway,
Here.
Harlan.
Here.
Meads.
Here.
Rebo here. Thorne.
Here.
Walsh here. Cruz.
Here. Okay. That brings us to our first public comment. Does anybody like to participate in the first public comment? Before we start our public comment, I'd like to add that because the outburst, that sort of thing, we're going to stay with a little bit closer to Robert's rules. We'll get 3 minutes. Please pick your public comment that you'd like, 1 3-minute comment time, and either before or after the first public comment or second public comment. But at that point in time, that will be your comment time, that'll be it. So we're going to stick with the public comments to 3 minutes on either or of the public comment times. Thank you. All right, anybody for the first public comment? Okay, Steve?
Yeah, Jason.
Can you come up here, Steve?
Sure. From the center. Hi, Steve Mullen, River Road. I'd just like to ask you again about that administrative fee on our taxes. I think I've asked the board maybe 3 or 4 times, and I was hoping that they would come up with some type of decision on that. I'd like to kind of get rid of that administrative fee. It just seems kind of weird to pay a fee to pay your taxes. And I think we talked about that before. I pay my taxes to the government and give them a check here's an extra check because I like to pay my taxes. So I'd like you guys to kind of act on it if you could. I don't know what your thoughts are, so that's all I have to say.
Thank you, Steve. Anybody else? Public comment? Okay, if there's no other public comment, we'll move out of the first public comment and go to additions to agenda. Okay.
So, John, my deputy, has contacted UHY, who is our accountant, and also Lake Michigan CPA Services regarding the year-end payroll for doing W-2s and all that kind of stuff. So I have a couple of numbers. Lake Michigan CPA estimated $175 to do the year-end payroll, while UHY estimated $1,000 plus $100 per hour if needed. So I would like a motion to choose one of those to do the year-end payroll.
Can you elaborate on that a little more, please?
So As far as, now you want to start on per year payroll, what's involved in your payroll?
Just going through all the numbers for,
Setting all the W-2s, putting everybody, make sure that the taxes that we
Right,
have,
right.
match for the city, that everything is correct, and then sending everybody their W-2. And UH-wise, who is currently doing it, that is who
did it last year.
they did it last year, and I think they had done before,
Yes.
I believe,
Yeah.
anyway. So that's the current, and then Lake Michigan, we called around to try and get some
Oh,
numbers.
okay. So there's two options, you're looking at changing
Yes,
from, okay.
that's correct. Sorry.
Just curious, are we comparing apples with apples, because those numbers make no sense to me?
We don't do they? There's such a spread on.
Huh?
There's a big of a spread because of the spread of the numbers, is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
I know, and that's what, I brought that up with Dawn earlier. I said, boy, that's a huge spread. I said, you know, what's the deal here? And we worked with UHY, and UHY is helpful. But I think probably because we do have another deputy clerk, that new deputy clerk in the office, and I don't know, maybe there's something there too. I'm not sure. They want to go through our stuff a little bit, go through all of it again. I'm not sure exactly what they're
Which
thinking.
was like $3,000 last year.
It was
to
pretty costly, you know?
So,
So that's why we went out and looked around. And
they're bigger
they're bigger
companies,
companies.
so I
And
think
it just
that's
got bought out, I think, recently also.
push a modern affair that they afford, so yeah.
And Lake Michigan CPA services are used in other townships, and so Dawn's familiar with them, so I think that helps us out a little bit also, you know? So they're used to working with Dawn, and that's a hefty savings. And she's actually come in a few times, come in here and looked at, just did the triple check on some of our books, made sure that our accounting was going well. You know, she did it pro bono, so she's familiar with what we have here. So, all right, so that helps too. So, I would look for a motion to hire Lake Michigan CPA services for your payroll, but that's what I'm looking for. And I don't know if there's concerns about that yet or not, or if I could get a motion to do that and then we bring it out for more conversation.
I make motions to hire Lake Michigan.
Okay, we got one motion.
I'll second.
Okay, second. Okay, conversation for hiring Lake Michigan CPA services.
We're getting the same service for a lot less money.
Yes. Yes.
Do I state the obvious that there's a no-brainer here, or?
Yeah, I mean, I was really surprised by the numbers too, and I thought, well, I guess, you know, I guess, but I'm like, I just was expecting a little bit higher. I was thinking more along $500, at least, minimum, you know, but.
Lake Michigan CPA has a local representative, are they a local company as well?
Ludington.
Ludington, okay, because I know a gal that lives in Green Township that works for Lake Michigan CPA. And they're very reputable, you know, local deal.
Any additional comments, concerns? Let's go to a vote then.
Walsh,
Yes.
Means,
Aye.
Fishway,
Yes.
McFarland,
Yes.
Rebo, yes, Thorne,
Yes.
Cruz.
Yes. Okay, motion carries. We will hire Lake Michigan CPA services this year to do our end of year payroll tax. Thank you very much, board. Okay. So, any other additions? Anybody has any additions that they'd like to add? None? Okay, that would bring us to our consent agenda. So a consent agenda, oh, I'm sorry. Let's see here, correspondence. We have an email from the radio station. Would you like to cover that, or do you want me to? Yeah, okay. Does everybody have it in their back? Okay, so what it has to, let me read it. So, who or how would I invite a representative from your township to participate in our new local segment on the radio on B1039? We call it We the People. We will rotate townships based on the week and availability. Might do it weekly, and we will have about 2 to 3 townships at once. We'll try to keep the content pertinent to the township, and I anticipate the show being about 30 minutes. Okay, I have also discontinued, I also have a discounted commercial package of $125 for 20 ads to encourage public engagement or attendance or to something that you are doing. We will need a week to create the ad ahead of any event. Let's see, pick your week and we will run all 20 ads that particular week. You can book several different weeks throughout 2025 if you know when your events are booked. You could also offer these commercials to your constituents for garage sales, church bake sales, or anything else. They cannot be used for running for public office. I know you will have to vote on it for approval. I don't know when we will start quite yet. I have to give a better idea of Mecosta County Township schedules. Can you help me? Jen Theodore. Okay, the owner. So they would like to, obviously as it says, they would like to have representatives attend the show. You know, when it comes to fruition, if they can get it off the ground, and then obviously selling ads in order, from the township. So
From that, it sounds like we would be one of maybe 2 or 3 other townships that would be there, so would this be represented from our township, or?
it would be a representative, either you or Kelly or Scott or whoever, and then just go on and talk about the township, I guess, for any kind of. But you're not going to be there by yourself. You won't be grilled. We don't know if or when it will happen yet. Just looking for an idea if people are interested right now. And then they would like to get all Mecosta County townships involved in it. So that's why it's underneath correspondence. So this is just a letter. I think that it needs to be the board needs to be made put out a notice on this correspondence.
And for this segment in there, she's saying they're offering a discount for people who want to buy ads, like businesses that would want to.
Yeah, so that would be anybody that's in the township could get a discounted price then. But that would help any business, I'm saying. Or, like she's saying, a bake sale, or if there's an event here, discounted for ads.
So there's no requirement for the township to purchase ads, only if we choose it. And then there's the public forum that we could have a representative participate. I don't see any problem with either.
It's one of those things where you hate to just have somebody going out there and representing the township without the entire board understanding what's happening, and so especially on something like this, so I think it's pretty important that the whole board knows.
So it's developing, and it sounds like, because some of them I know are pre-recorded. I've done one with that station that was pre-recorded. Some of them are live, so we still don't know whether it would be,
So as it develops, I'll bring it back to the board later on, so just to let you guys know. Okay, that brings us now to our consent agenda. So the consent agenda consists of approving meeting minutes from last meeting, November treasurer's report, sewer department report. Now that's done quarterly now, sewer department report, so that'll come in January, so we don't have one this time around. Legislative report. I don't think, no, Randy's not here tonight. And the planning and zoning report. Brent, I don't know if you have anything. No.
If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
Okay. And then the sheriff's report.
This I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Okay, Ross first, Kelly seconds.
Brad, I do have a question on the zoning report. Is the Richard Gillen Legend Sign Company, is that like a new startup or just?
Yeah, that particular location is right between the Speedway Station and JR Custom Emporium, and it's going to be a lawnmower repair facility. So Mr. Gillen is the owner of the property. I believe it is his son-in-law that's actually going to be the operator, and that particular permit was just for a sign for that facility.
So it's an automotive repair facility, we're looking to put a sign up.
And lots of.
Oh, that was a question I had.
Brand new
No,
building.
it's a new sign company.
It's a-
Yeah,
no.
no, sign company.
No, the sign company is the one who took the permit out.
Oh, okay.
Those are the applicants.
No problem.
I think you mentioned that that sign is going to go on the front of the building.
It's go right on, yeah, it's gonna go right on the front of the building and the gable end of their bottom section.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for the clarification.
And I have
You have the treasurer's report?
Our sewer is at $215,135.37. The lift station, $246,575.62. And the general is $527,315.29.
Okay, thank you. I'll write up here Sheriff Miller's report. We had traffic stops, 15, traffic tickets, we had 3, appearance tickets, 0, property damage crashes, 25, 20 were car deer out of those 25. And they're moving, for sure. Physical arrests, 3, 1 animal control, and 42 complaints. So, it's a little bit, I'd like to comment on the sewer since Jill gave the sewer report really quick. I met with the city and Big Rapids Township, and we have a contract with them, all right, and that needs to be renewed. We started working on that last spring, and it kind of talks on getting that contract taken care of between the city and the township and us, and trying to change a couple some wording in it. That's basically it. It kind of fiddled out. We kept on revisiting it. It didn't work out. So what we're doing now, it's because the contract has been working well for us. City is going to have their attorney go over it, and they're going to just update some of the wording on the suggestions that were already made. And they're going to get a copy of that contract back to us, and then I'll pass it out for the board so you guys can review it outside the meeting, check it out, see if there's something that we need to add to it. But we just to get the ball rolling, we wanted to make sure that it was up and running. So the city had offered to pay for that to get that done, and I said, well, that's fine with us. So. That's what I have for you on that.
Current contract we have them expired December 31st or March, what, you know?
It doesn't necessarily expire, but it just it comes to maturity time where we have a chance to look at it and see if something major has changed that,
Renew it.
just to renew it, and it's up, so it's time, so we've been working on that.
It was originally a 50-year contract, and it's reviewed annually.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so if there's no other, anybody have any other comments on the consent agenda? Nice, good job. Okay, if not, let's go to a vote. Can I get a vote, please?
Needs,
Yes.
Cushway,
Yes.
McFarland,
Yes.
Rebo, yes, Thorne,
Yes.
Walsh, Cruz.
Yes. Okay, thank you, board, approving the consent agenda. Motion carries. On old business, snow plow and salt bids. We have a couple other bids that came in.
We only had 2 come in.
First, yeah, total. So I mean, we're just gonna open them up, pass them around, so everybody can look.
The first one is from Simply Green. And it looks like it is $1,500 per month, and that includes spreading salt. I'm not sure if that includes cleaning the sidewalk. The parking lot driveways are done every 2 inches of snow unless specified otherwise by customer, which that's what we had specified. If you would like to receive these services and agree to the terms, kindly fill out the customer information below. Blah, blah, blah. That's what I'm so you guys can look at.
So that includes the sidewalk, drip cleanup, everything, even though it doesn't say it's included?
That's what I'm not sure about.
If it doesn't say it, it's not
Yeah,
included.
that's what I was.
Yeah, we're not gonna go there.
So we got,
So what's
we
the
got,
cost for the sidewalk?
Well, we didn't open these before. So
Corey's gonna do the sidewalk.
Worried that.
yeah, Corey's doing this.
I think Kelly did it last year and did a great job. I would love her to continue that.
I already wrote it down as Corey.
No, it's not.
In our bid package, we requested that the sidewalks be done.
Yes, we did.
Well, we better verify that.
But if they don't put it down, they may not do it, so we can't assume that they will.
Is that kind of a standard, if it's like a 2 inch or 3 inch of snow or whatever, that they plow, or it's a flat, it's at $1,500 a month?
Yeah, when does he drop the plow on it? That's a good point. Do you see anything on
Sorry,
there?
I'm listening. I was reading. What did you ask for?
Is that specified, a lot of them are like if it's 2 inches?
It says 2 inches of snow unless specified otherwise. by
2 inches.
customer.
And we had
Okay.
requested a 2 inch.
And that's what the bid
We
was.
have a wacko month of January, no snow, we still pay $1,500.
Is that how we listed the RFP? Is by month, not by
I don't
time done?
remember if it's specified. We
We went January, or I'm sorry.
just did it for the season.
Initially, it was November board meeting, which would have been the 12th, through March 31st. So there's a period of months.
But I mean, in our RFP, we put out that we wanted it per time period, not as opposed to per plow.
We wanted a lump sum figure for the time frame that was mentioned in the website.
Okay, this one also includes sidewalks, but it's $4,600, and I don't know if this is
DML Enterprise,
like
LLC.
the total for the season.
It says here on your website that the contract will begin immediately upon signing and run until March 31st.
I will say that this guy, when he dropped off his bid, he salted the
Circulate
parking
that.
lot for free
This
that day.
Who was the contractor?
DML Enterprises, he dropped this off and we happened to have snow that day, so he said, "Do you mind if I run through your parking lot? I'm not gonna charge you." And I'm like, "Oh, that would be great," because it wasn't
Is that per time?
I'm not sure.
It doesn't say.
What's that, this page, this is signing, that's tonight, and February, March, is 3 months.
You didn't ask for 4,500.
It says 42.
No, it says here 24, 25, snow removal and salting in Green Township Hall. That includes the season.
But you can bid you can have a contract for a season and bid per every time you come and plow, or you can do like the one place did per month.
And this looks like a total,
Per month.
this looks like a total of 4,600 for the season. That's what this one looks like.
Which in theory would start tomorrow through March.
That's the way I would see it. March 31st, correct? If we approve it, then we have snow tomorrow. He would be on call to take care of us. He or she.
What is that?
Looks like he.
What was the amount again?
4,600.
It's simply green with what?
1,500 a month, which would be 4,500 roughly, not roughly, 45 for 3 months. Signed tonight, mid-December, January, February, March, we got a few weeks to the end of them, so it's pretty comparable.
So essentially, we take 15 days, 50 is about what the one would cost. So we still have a half month left of this, and it goes to March 31st, the RFP.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 4.5 months, isn't it?
3.5.
3.5. December, January, February, March.
We're also doing December and November. Right?
November's gone. We've got 15 days this
It's
month.
not retroactive, Jerry, it's starting after we sign it. After we approve it begins, according to our bid, originally, so.
Okay, but then when you say that you have snow tomorrow, he'd be on call?
It's 2 inches.
Well, it sounds like his contract starts tomorrow, if you sign.
No.
That means you got November, half November, then December, and you got January, February, March, that's 3 months by itself.
We're halfway through December right now.
Oh, yeah, right, okay. We got 3.5 months, my mistake. Now, that's still your.
It's 3 times 6, 45, this is 46, and then maybe a little. Anyway, yeah.
The one clearly says the sidewalk and improvement. No, the other one, right?
Yeah,
Simply green.
Green did not, they just left it
The
blank.
other one clearly
Yeah,
said.
that was 46.
When this gentleman came in and offered the salting and left the bid for you, did he sound like he had seen the RFP on the website? Did he have the information necessary?
He called and I directed him to the website.
Okay, all right,
So
that-
he,
yeah. So he basically is going to have to agree to terms on RFP. We asked for the plowing to be done before 7 a.m.
He,
And-
I believe he wrote that, completed by 7 a.m.
Okay, I didn't see the third page. Good.
Yes.
And he may want to, I mean, any professional snowplow driver does not want to snowplow over packed snow. There's 2 school buses that come in here in the morning, a bunch of parents. Common sense tells you that you want to be here and gone by 6 o'clock before they show up. Because snow is very difficult to remove once it's packed down, especially heavy wet snow. So, I just wanted to make sure that he realized that was going to be an issue.
I think he said that he does a parking lot at 6 and then he would come straight.
Okay, good. Yeah.
But yeah, I told him about the
Yeah.
The other is an issue is if he gets started at 7, there's going to be cars in the parking lot and buses. That's no fun.
Yeah, I told him.
Yeah.
thing for the township.
Good. I don't recognize the name. Derek Wade was the name?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it
Has he got everything that we were looking for? Do we need to clarify or specify anything? If we go with PML, DHL?
I think we have everything on there.
Where there was some open questions with Simply Green.
Yes.
There's a couple open questions there as far as sidewalks.
So this one says, snow removal 2 inches, snow removal service for every 2 inches of accumulation completed by 7 a.m. Ice control is applied at the discretion of DML Enterprise, included in price. Ice control included in price. Sidewalks. And then snow removal walkways included in price. Where Simply Green just had the plowing and spreading salt, I believe, in the parking lot, not sidewalk, clean up or salting.
Were they asked to provide proper insurance with their bids or not?
They were told that workman's comp and liability insurance would be necessary.
But neither provided with their bids.
I didn't see anything.
No, I didn't see anything.
Did either provide anything?
Yeah, it says that they should.
I know that Simply Green has insurance because we had it for their mowing, but I'm sure. Call them.
Oh, sure.
287, 16. 1602. Can't ask the different insurance.
Okay.
Well, if it's a single individual, there's a waiver fee.
Yeah.
But the liability insurance would be necessary.
Con restrictions. Maybe another one is just. Never had to see before. Calling restrictions.
629,
5250. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely not.
Can we
Pick up the fish
to go with him contingent on his insurance, being proper insurance?
So
We'll have to do that.
it would be DNL. I don't know how you guys feel about DNL. DNL, yeah? What do you think, Ross? Yeah.
$650 is substantial.
Yeah.
Don't know about them, I do know about Simply Green, have dealt with them before. I like the fact that they include the sidewalks in their bid. At their discretion makes me a little nervous just because, what does that mean? But until he shows us his discretion isn't our discretion, I don't have any problem going with that.
It's been written up that way for years. When M&M had the contract, it was at their discretion. The plowing was at their discretion, and the salting was at their discretion.
I think that's probably the norm too.
That's what I was thinking.
The guidelines of what's.
Yeah. I mean, if they don't do things the way we want them done, we find somebody else we can fire. And they need to know that, you know. But any reputable company is going to keep things salted and keep things plowed out as they promise.
So we have a motion to hire DML Enterprise for salting the snow removal for this winter, contingent on their insurance.
Okay.
Right?
But there's two forms of insurance that they need to have.
We have a motion.
I have one motion from Corey. Second.
I'll second that.
Jeff with a second. Any other discussion on hiring DML?
Just one thing.
Yeah.
We do get snowstorms in April. We might ask GML if they would provide a quote up front for a freak snowstorm that we may get in April, because April's not covered, we went through March 31st. And I've heard of a lot of snowstorms in April, so it'd be better to have that taken care of up front right now, than to be at their mercy later.
Right.
And if they're not interested, you know, it's not part of the bid, then we just gotta do something else.
Well, currently, Simply Green is offered to plow on a case-by-case basis, so we can fall back on it.
Sure.
Okay, did they give us a price for it? If we've got a price from them, let's get a price from the other entity, and then we'll have a choice.
That's why.
Yeah, but I didn't get a price on it.
Okay.
But we were kind of in a tight spot because we had.
Right.
Okay. All right, can I get a vote, please?
Revo, yes. Thorne,
Yes.
Cushway,
Yes.
McFarland,
Yes.
Needs,
Yes.
Walsh,
Yes.
Cruz.
Yes. Okay, motion carries. We'll thank you, board. That's in new business. So we'll contact DML Enterprise and see what their insurance is like and hire them on contingent on insurance for snow plowing. Okay, so let's see here. That brings us out of old business and into new business. And the first point of new business is appoint board of review members.
We have 4 new members. They all went through a training the other night. So we have Dan Ryder, Cindy Streeter, Steve Lowry, and Steve Olin. So we have 3 and then an alternate. So we just have to approve the appointment of these 4 people for the board's review.
So can I get a motion to approve the new board of review members?
I will motion to I think I'm going to review them.
Okay, I have one with Joe. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Okay,
We have 3 members and an alternate.
Correct.
3 members and an alternate. Yeah. Any further discussion on that?
Is the alternate predetermined already, like, or?
Not yet.
Okay.
There's only like 2 meetings a year, so I think we'll discuss it amongst themselves.
All right.
Who's available to attend, who's not.
I'm good.
Okay, can I get a vote on the appointment of the board review members?
Walsh,
Yes.
Cushway,
Yes.
McFarland,
Yes.
Needs.
Yes.
Rebo, yes. Thorne,
Yes.
Cruz.
Yes. Okay, motion carries. Now appointed board review members. That brings us to the second point, new business. Road Commission project list of 2025. It's in the packet. Okay. So I'd like to get a hold, board, I'd like to get a hold of Tim and talk to Tim and see what he has on the agenda. If there's anything in Green Township that they're looking at doing first. Did anybody think of anything that needs to be done here? There's a lot to be done.
If you're gonna request the PACER reports for the condition of the roads in
Yes.
Green Township, that would be helpful.
Yeah.
I think I know which ones are in rough shape, but,
Yeah, we need an updated pacer.
we gotta have some data to look at.
Jason, can you define for me the difference between light road project and heavy road project?
That's my thought and my question right there.
I can't do that for, what they, as far as from what I understand, I can comment on that. It's just a matter of maintenance. Would you like anything that would be like crack sealing or whatever? They do have
Examples.
chip sealing. Yeah, or anything, either overlays, wagon, chip fog sealing, those types of things. There was a couple projects that were done in Green, and I didn't have any idea that they were going on. All of a sudden, the crews showed up, so I intercepted the crews and asked, what was happening, and there was some chipping and fogging going on to maintain the road, which was nice. Like on 20 Mile, the bridge was pinched in. Unfortunately, they had to pinch the bridge in because the whole guardrail was loose, and so there wasn't any material there to. Yeah, somebody did it last year, so there wasn't any material left to really sink the guardrails down, so they had to pinch it in. Now it's down to one car bridge, 20 Mile. So 21, sorry. And so, I mean, there's those types of things, but I would really like to get a bearing on what Tim might have up his sleeve for this upcoming year, and get those reports from Tim, sit down with him, and see if there's something that we could do to help in any kind of road projects at this point in time. Yeah, we'd have a better idea anyways. But obviously, what I really would like to bring the board's attention to is the brining and dust control contract.
Let me back up a step, because since I've been on this board, I've heard a lot about 23 Mile Road.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, that seems to come up a lot about the condition of 23 Mile Road from a number of different people that have attended. So if we can check into, like you said, with Tim,
190 too.
you know, if that is already been earmarked or targeted, you know, for.
You know, I had a conversation with Tim last year, and I believe it was Tim, it was somebody from the road commission, I'm pretty sure. That we specifically talked about 190th, and he was saying that it might have to be core drilled to find out what the bedding's like for that road, those types of things. Because I was looking into saying, hey, could you cap it? Could you put something on this, you know? And I talked to numerous people over the last year about those, because obviously, and I have a lot of people saying, you know, what do we get for our taxpayer dollars? I mean, I don't get trash picked up. I don't get I use these other things that the township has. I just want my road paved. I want my road maintained. And I said, well, that's fair enough. I feel the same way on some of those points, but in one of those conversations, it came up on 190th again, 190th came up again, and it said that they had already set the bedding for the road. I don't know if anybody knows anything about that on the board, if the bedding was already set for paving on 190th, but I would like to ask Tim about it a little bit more and find out if there was something there. Some work was done already.
Between where and where, Jason?
Yeah, I'm not sure where they were talking, where it was prepped.
190th starts as Bjornson in Big Rapids and it ends at 20 Mile.
Yeah.
But it's also going to be north of the river too.
I need
So-
to verify. Okay. I'll find that out, see if there's something that's been done. But you don't know any work that's been done, right?
I haven't noticed any work done.
No.
Put that hand up over.
Yep.
Well, you mentioned 23 Mile. I don't know how, we have the public access now down there. I don't know how many years it's been there, but we do have increased traffic with the public access. We have trucks with tubes going down through the summer, so I want to mention it is traveled more with public access.
Good point.
Good point. Yeah.
And it's not really the first mile because the gravel pit paved that. It's the second and third mile. I've been there over 40 years, and it used to be dirt. And when they paved it, I don't know what year, but I think it's been, my guess is 30 years, maybe longer. that it's been patched for that many years.
Thank you.
Another comment, living on 23 Mile, is not just the fact that there's a busy road there, but they have improved the road down at 180th. So the traffic that diverts from Hersey to Big Rapids has to hit that nice road that they put in, and at 180th to all the way back is a pot.
Osceola County put the nice road in, is that correct?
Yes, but our road that continues is still good. And so it's a favored road for people to travel from ever to the rest of the way. You know, that's how I see it. It's a high-speed road with a lot of defects, and there's going to be problems with liability there, I suspect.
Okay. All right, so I'll open a conversation with Tim on that, get those reports and bring them back to the board. I'll push them out to the board right away so you guys can start reviewing them.
Just, when you talk, just a question on that. Please return to us prior to March 2025, so does that mean we need to do it by our February meeting or by our March meeting?
By our March meeting.
March meeting.
We did March last year.
Shall we address the brining issue?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's address the Brian.
We still have 36 miles of dirt road.
Yep, we still have 36 miles of dirt road.
So it's $5,040 to have one application done, twice that to have it done twice, and over $15,000 to have it done 3 times. My question is, we've always done it twice,
Yep,
except for I think last year the county paid for the third one.
correct.
People clamor for 3 applications. I don't notice where it does a whole lot 2 weeks after the application, you know.
Well, you know, I mean, I've heard it both ways. So I've heard people that have gotten the middle of the roads, they put too much brine on, and then it turns into mush, and then the pot, you know, and then the pot holds out, and then wash pours out on them right away. You know, and I've heard that they're not doing it fast enough. And so, I mean, it's just kind of like, it's all over the board. I wish I had one report that kind of, you could point to.
The best possible situation is to apply the brine when the roads are wet. The moisture has an affinity for that salt, and it really does a good job. It sucks the salt down into the roadbed. Unfortunately, when the county's doing 16 townships, they can't apply after a rain in each township. They take what they give us, and if the roads are dry, it's squishy and it doesn't go in, and greasy, and it's just a mess.
Right. And that's some of the applications were done that way. And it's, you know, what am I going to tell them? Well, it's on there, you know, and I didn't know they were putting it down because we don't, you know, learned that they're applying any particular stretch of road, they just do it, so.
You know, on a dirt road, it's pretty rapid anyway, so it doesn't really matter when the brine, in my opinion, and I live on a dirt road.
I'm against the brine, period, because when I go over a road like that, it tears my car up, you know. Brine rusting underside of the car. But I don't live on a dirt road, so people that live on a dirt road probably have a different idea. If they're dealing with dust and their house is close to the road.
Did we get a third application last year, just out of the goodness of the county's heart, or was that, we didn't get any pot money? That was the one thing we got was from
Well, the county got, until they.
$880,000.
They spent $172,000 to put a third application of brine on 16 townships. So the county received $172,000 of that pot money, which was a government share.
Okay.
what we want to do? Does the board want to do a 2 application for right now as normal?
We don't need to make a decision now, do we?
Yeah.
I wonder if there's townships that only have applied once per year. Wonder if we could talk to them and see how they feel about that situation.
We don't have to decide anything right now, so.
Right, but I mean, if the supervisor talks to Tim Nessel, he can say, hey, you know, what townships out there having their grinding done just once per season? They'll know. They'll say, well, Sheridan Township only pays for once per season. Wheatland Township does. I'm just pulling, you know, township names out of the hat. But, we could call the supervisor out there or a clerk and just ask them, how do the residents feel about that? And, you know, is it important to the taxpayer?
Okay, I'll go on with that, and then I'll report back to the board on this information. Okay. Okay, that takes care of our second. Unless there's more that we need to talk about regarding the second new business and road commission projects list. Anybody?
Oh, and that's the same price as last year, or no?
Yes.
So I thought I remember seeing it's 140.
I don't know how they're holding that price, but.
All right, that's what I thought.
So, okay, that brings us to the third point on new business, scheduled budget workshop. We have to get a workshop scheduled for budget. I guess, what would the board like to do as far as, would we like to meet in January sometime?
Yeah, we need to meet in January.
So which is the week we want to do it?
Yeah.
For a public hearing.
So just workshop.
In the past, it's always done early in January, but I mean, it's up to us when we want to do it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm up for anything, I'll just make it work, you know, so.
We don't normally do it in the evening, or?
We can do it.
We can do it whenever.
Yeah, we can do it.
I think the previous board did it in the morning, but I think we did it at like 4 o'clock or something on weekly list. But it's earlier in the afternoon, for sure.
It's not all day.
I'm okay with any time, but some people, you know.
It's gonna be the 15th.
Yeah.
We also have this MTA workshop that we're going to talk about next on the 16th. Well, depending on where you want to go, but not all of them is 16th of January. So that will be,
Oh. Yeah.
do it like the week of the 6th, or we could do it the week of the 20th.
I think it would be safer on the week of the 6th. I have some other training that's happening. I'll be out of state for that. Let's see here.
I can't do Wednesday, we're starting in January, I'm taking a course, meets Wednesday mornings, 9 to noon, so I cannot do Wednesday morning. I can do an afternoon or another day.
It's flexible. What about you guys?
I guess I prefer one or after.
One or after?
Yes, I.
I think one or after probably works best for the majority. Any certain days that don't work for you guys?
The 9th and the 7th, I got things going on.
Okay.
Mid-late January, we could.
But he's gone.
Yeah, probably, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be gone like mid-January. Can't find out, have it, the exact date this month here.
You won't know when that Caribbean cruise is yet?
Last week of January, yeah, I was sure. Well, okay, so
So we,
I did,
Jeff.
so last week in January, so I can't
Okay,
do it.
so how about Wednesday, January 8th? That day work for everybody.
He's busy in the
In
morning.
the afternoon, not in the morning.
Yeah, my course starts on the 8th, but it's morning, yeah, so
What time did you say?
9 to noon.
So if we did like at 4 or 5 o'clock.
Sure, then break for dinner and then
I hope not.
finish the
Or
budget.
pizza.
I don't think we're gonna have the same
Pizza
type of.
last time.
Maybe a little shoot for that.
So what's the
Okay, I'm
time?
gonna throw out,
A little bit.
I'm gonna throw out January 8th at 4 p.m.
Alright,
Yeah,
January 8th,
January.
4 o'clock.
For everybody.
Yep.
Think you're all right, Scott?
Yeah,
Okay.
putting it in
Is
now.
that okay, Ross?
Yeah.
So that's good.
We have to think about
Yeah, motion
Oh,
on-
yeah, okay, let's do this one motion for January 8th at 4 o'clock p.m.
So,
Second.
Ross first, Jeff second.
that. Any further discussion?
No further discussion, let's move for vote.
Nates,
aye.
Thorne,
Alright,
Bushwick,
Yes.
McFarland,
Yes.
Rebo, yes, Walsh,
Yes.
Cruz.
Yes. Okay, thank you, board, motion carries. Schedule that. MTA training, it's in your packet, upcoming MTA workshop training, move official training. Dates are down low on the Township.
I'm looking at January 16th in Mount Pleasant, since that's the closest. I mean, we don't all have to do the same one.
That was on the teachers, that's called one.
Yeah, for the most part, it's the same presenters, that just go on circuit. You get the same speakers, whether you report here on or Cato. There's a lot of good information, especially if you're brand new.
Maybe 16.
there was a discount I noticed, we're already past, like a 2 week, we registered 2 weeks before our date. Well, I mean, I was initially looking at like Thompsonville on the 19th, but I think we wouldn't get the discount, right? I saw somewhere.
No, that's
it's
correct.
every 2 weeks, so that's really.
Yeah. Oh, there's somewhere. The first early rate, 150, expires 2 weeks prior to the event. I wouldn't be excited about going to Gaylord in mid-January. It's maybe Mount Pleasant.
Snow they've been getting in the west.
Yeah, 3 feet.
Yeah.
Is everyone interested in going to a training or?
I'm interested in going.
I'm definitely going.
All right. Okay.
And Ross?
Yeah.
I know Ross,
Yeah, I-
or you talked to
Yeah.
him.
I
Okay.
mean, I think we just have to.
So did you sign,
I think I can make
Okay.
anything, so I'll be going on.
Mount Pleasant. So, we're all gonna go to Mount Pleasant? Is everyone gonna go to Mount Pleasant? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Friday.
Thursday.
Thursday, yeah. So it would be $1,050 for, if I can sign us up like soon, before the 2 week expiration date for the early bird pricing.
Okay.
How would you guys feel, I was looking at that, some of that literature there. How would you feel about if we purchased one that stays here at the township and we can check out? We all need a copy.
I have some books for you guys. If you, yep, yeah, definitely. So if you guys want to go through them, yeah.
The other ones, we have the options to.
Oh, the option two. This is just kind of right. I was going to switch.
I don't understand.
One of that's in fall. Policy matters. I do have policy matters. I know that. And
I think that we're planning zoning,
yeah.
but too.
Well, if we don't have it, we want to get it, we should just get it. And that way we'll have it here.
But I don't really look to see what we got.
Yeah, well-
We can just order the other, because if we have two, I don't necessarily want to order the whole.
I think we got doubles of some more, you know, and so I think, yeah.
Let's do some inventory.
Sounds good.
Okay, so.
Let's go
Make
for,
that motion.
yeah,
to-
can I get a motion to go to the FTA training 16?
I'll make a motion to go to that page from the major 16 in notes.
No. Specified. Maybe a second. So first with Jill, a second.
Yeah, second.
Okay, Jeff seconds. Any additional comments, concerns about the MPA training? No? We're going to get a vote?
Walsh. Yes. Thorne.
Yes.
Bushway.
Yes.
McFarland.
Yes.
Means.
Yes.
Rebo, yes. Cruz.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Motion carries forward. MPA training.
This question, do you individually fill this out, or you're doing? What is, I'm not trying to put more work on you, I just want
I think I emailed them last year or something
Yeah,
like that, so we're all.
Got slip out after Grand Rapids.
See you later. Okay, that brings us to financial. Approving the monthly checks.
Is this additional?
Russ, I approve. I approve those checks. 123.
Oh. Okay, try to stop.
Yeah, I'm trying to stop it. Yeah, can I get a motion so we don't have a conversation? Motion to approve monthly checks.
I'll make a motion to approve the
Okay, we got a motion from Jill. Do we have a second for that motion?
Second.
Okay, second by Ross. Any further comment? Or do you think
This is the last of our former board members. Game, I will not, I'll go with, but so I thought would be the next one. Go to work for Farley Schultz up there.
I know. No other comments, concerns on that? Can I get a vote to approve the monthly checks?
Walsh.
Yes.
Means.
Yes.
Bushway is absent.
Jeff, can you see?
McFarland.
Yes.
Rebo, yes.
Yes.
Dorn? Yes?
Yes. She didn't ask
Bruce?
for
Yes.
Russ, or Scott?
Okay, motion carries to approve the monthly checks. Thank you, board. Okay, that brings us to our last public comment segment. Is there anybody in the audience who would like to stand for public comment? Steve?
Yeah, my name is Steve Lauer, I'm a resident of Green Township. Question number one, how can we plan a road commission project without knowing where Goshen is starting to construct? I mean, all of the routes that enter into our area are going to be depleted. So, have we had input to their...
You started awfully cool there, Steve.
Huh?
Please, let them keep going.
No, have we heard about the acceptance of their proposed plan by the state of Michigan? And is there construction imminent? So that's my question, but the input is, how do we do road commission projects when we're going to have a massive amount of input coming from all directions on my road on 23 miles? So that's part of it. If I missed something, I don't know. Have we had their approval of construction to back off on that?
Thank you. Next public comment?
Wow, Steve. Glad to see you're trying to show me your true colors.
Well, I'm waiting for you.
Actually, technically resident of Grant Township. That's here, about half my I have been following the late up session down in Lansing, as some of you may know. It's an absolute issue. There are hundreds of bills that they're trying to pass through, that they're trying not to pass through, and we can thank Goshen for the fact that I'm following this and going out to Lansing and still doing this. There's something that's very salient to this board's work. I mean, I could talk for 2 hours about, the different bills that you guys would take action on. There's one thing in particular that's very, very salient. Dawn, you'll want to write this down. So there is a wonderful bill in particular that you guys as a township have, obviously, as you know, extra say with the legislators. I honestly couldn't tell you, this could be in committee tomorrow. Like, I can't follow the exact schedule of all of these, especially when they post them literally sometimes 6 hours beforehand. So, but it is House Bill 6108. It is in regards to sand and gravel mining, specifically local control over them. So basically the law line is, what they did with utility scale wind, solar, and vast local zoning with PA 233, attempting to strip townships of their ability to make local zoning decisions for these. Well, they're trying to do the exact same thing with state and gravel mining. And it is right now going through committees. It will have to go through the House and then the Senate. It might have to go through the full House and Senate after that. I honestly couldn't even tell you. But this week and next week, they're working on slamming it through. Write and then call. That's the order. Try to talk to a clerk if you can, right? Like try to get a clerk to say, yes, we received your message. Write and then call. Start with your representatives and do the entire committees, right? Try, if you can take the time, certainly send an email to all of them, and if you can take the time to look at the list. There's some other things that are, really important in there, but the sand and gravel is really, really critical. Again, that is House Bill 6108. Now is the time to take action on that. And to follow that up, I would mention that I believe that you can still join the Foster Swift lawsuit over PA 233. That deadline of November 8th was the deadline to join before they actually, they submitted the final paperwork, the final lawsuit paperwork to the Court of Appeals. still taking on municipal clients. So I really, really strongly encourage the folks of you here on this board who care about your local township and who aren't in here as profiteers. So Jack, I'm looking at you, right? Ross, Scott, right? You know, you folks who are here to, you know, actually do your job by the township, please pay attention to these issues. Please take action on them. Please work with your senators. If you can, educate yourself because there's a lot of things going on in Lansing right now that's really work. Really good, guys. Thank you.
Okay. Any other public comment?
I would just like to wish you guys all a very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year.
Thank you. You too. All right, no other further public comment out there? I look to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, let's adjourn. Thank you very much, board, for your time and everybody coming in tonight. Have a Merry Christmas.